Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So, over the long weekend, I was on a ferry ride and I made this guy just for fun, but I think we're going to use him in our scene. So, I've, you know, textured and rigged him and got him up. We just got to bring him into Blender now and give him some clothes. And since we've done characters a bunch of times before, I figure I didn't need to really show that part, but we'll start with this and then we'll bring him into our environment and make our environment. So, yeah, there's our guy in Blender, the original one. Just gonna, I guess we'll keep it on, yeah. Move this to original, stay consistent with how I normally label these things. Move this guy, unrigged, turn him off. Bring in our rigged version. Alt S, bring back size, cool. And material, BT, it should be good. Let's see. That looks okay. And let's just give him a pose too. Up. Yeah. Poses. Idle. I think we're just going to go with a neutral idle this time. Something very simple. And retargeting. Source, armature 1. Target, armature. Build a brown list. Retargeter animation. Cool. Delete this guy. And, oh, right, that doesn't, right. Doesn't necessarily work for retargeting with the animation in 4.4, but that's fine. We'll just keep this clearly animation data. For this post, it doesn't matter. Problem with this plugin still for 4.4. In fact, let's just see. Is there an update yet? No, up to date. They haven't fixed it. Bummer. Pose mode, shift hide, viewport display in front. Just got to bring these things around a little bit. Let's go to local view. Cool. Kind of digging that. That'll be fine for what we need. Save him. We need to decide if we want to give him clothes or not. I think we do want to give him some pants. And I think probably the easiest way to do that is with, just call it, I can speak, really. Divine cut. Thank you. All right, so let's say here, I'll go to, again, 20 and pose mode, A, K, location, rotation, and scale. Or location, rotation should be fine. And then we're going to go back to 1, and we're going to shift R. Why are you not? A, shift R. Or alt R, sorry. There we go. Shift. Alt S, Alt G. There we go. And K, location and rotation. So let's just double check that. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, so now we can divine cut him. Just give him some simple pants, I think. Trousers. character is going to be this bad boy there. New cloth. And it errors on me. Oh, because I'm in pose mode. Let's see. Object mode. New cloth. Armature has no value. Vertex. Oh, did I select the wrong thing? Yeah. We don't want armature. We want default. Character. Default. Let's try that. No. It's going to be a problem with the... Might be 4.1. Yeah, maybe we'll just do this later. Do our environment first and come back to it. I don't feel like debugging. Let's close this. I don't know that I've tried doing close since 4.4 as I think about it. So let's do our environment. We're going to do a dungeon entrance to a cave in the side of a cliff wall and inside a high rock space. So let's start with our ground environment, I think. So like this, mesh, circle, S50. We're going to mostly be pointing in one direction, so we don't need to be huge. That'll be big enough, I think. Fill it. And quad remesh it to 250. Okay. Now, I want to try something on this time. So I'm going to, we've got it there too, but let's just delete the original. Duplicate this. And we're going to call this one ground, just so I know what I'm dealing with here. And this time, I'm not going to do a lot of draw terrain. We're going to keep it pretty flat. Let's just going to maybe play a little bit. Turn on O. Get rid of this one. Cool. Just to give us a little bit of a bump there. Yeah, that'll work. And then we're going to take that and trainer base. Get it kind of funky. Looks good to me. Apply all. There's our terrain. Now, on this one, I want to try something a little different. I'm going to try making an asset essentially versus, where's the ground? How's it looking? Yeah. So let's create a Bezier curve, edit, delete vertices, and then draw. And we're going to draw across like that. Okay. And we're going to add some more errors by cutting it up by 0.2. There we go. So we got a little bit to play with. We can just take this and G, 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 G. All right, let's see if that works. Here, add our modifier terrain, draw terrain, select our curve object. Cool. Raise our curve object up. Because we want a cliff this time. And we're going to delete unnecessary. So it's just going to give us to the base. Base subdivision 2? No, we'll keep it at 1. We're going to play with that later. Spread. I'm going to bring it back in so it's flatter even. So it's very cliff-like. That's feeling pretty good. And go to top plateau. Also flatten it out a little bit. And what's our height looking like now? It's not super high, but we can bring this up even a bit more. Like that. We got this cliff wall. If we turn back on our ground, okay. So we can see that we have a limited amount we can look away from this, but I think it'll be fine for what we're doing. I'm going to bring this up a little bit too. So that's kind of what it would look like. And then this tab, let's just edit a little bit. And just a little bit of curve there. And maybe we'll bring this back around like that and this back around like that, just so that we have a little bit more angles we can go before we run out of space in the camera. Okay. Maybe even a little more. I'll go like that. Yeah, okay. I don't want to be too big, but that feels Fantasy Cliff scale wise, we're doing all right there. Let's go with it. This object. I'm liking that. I think it's okay. Let's go ahead and apply it. Take a look at it. What we got? Not bad. I'm going to quad remesh it, I think, to, I don't know, 4,000. Delete the original. Tab. That looks much better. Get rid of those S marks. No sharping. Okay. Cool. Actually, might subdivide it a bit more. Let's do a subdivide. Subdivide. Okay. Now, we can get rid of this curve too. And this sucker, add a modifier, terrain, terrain or base. The reason I'm doing it like this is I want to be able to put more resolution on this than we need on the ground. So by doing it in separate objects, we can change our resolution count. It doesn't have to be across everything. Because I want this to be a bit more of a hero object this time. That's too much though, clearly. Strength of like 3. That's too little. Or iterations of 1. Cut our smoothest down. Getting some wonk that I'm not pleased with. Strength of 5. That's better, but I'm not liking, that looks not good. Hopefully we can fix that. Mesh resolution, I'm going to go to all the way to 5, I think. Which we may not even see a difference yet. Let's see what it gives us. Experimenting. It's going to slow us down, though. It may be overkill for this, but it was just an idea I had I wanted to try. This could be overkill. We'll give it a second. Okay, so came back. Good deal. Let's just save just to have this thing saved. 25:05:21 live stream. High rock cave exit. Okay. And cut our decimation from 0.25 to 0.1. It's going to take it a minute, probably. I want to keep some roughness in these rocks, is what I'm hoping to do. And again, it might not be worth what we're doing here. We'll see. I'm kind of getting this feeling it won't be. But if we waste 5 minutes, that's fine too. It's not wasted if you figure out what you're doing. You're thinking. Yeah, so we're going to build this cliff, then we're going to put an entrance on it, then we're probably going to put a building in front of it, too. So, quite a bit I want to put into this thing. Oh, yeah. See, that gives us a lot more, and also fixes a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I'm into that. That'll work. I'm just going to apply it. We could do more, but I think for right now, we got a lot more geometry out of this thing now. Kind of enjoying deliberately playing with the tropes of particularly a JRPG level design for this world, even if it's not a JRPG. But to have it be like, why does everything look like it's a JRPG, being one of the questions that people ask themselves when they live here, because the people who are here know what one is. I'm finding that interesting and fun. Okay, there we go. And what are we up to? Yeah, a million polys. It's not bad. Yeah, but let's just take a look at it. Yeah, okay. Q. And that should be all right. I'm just going to like see. Let's see. 3. Control L. Control I. Is there any? Well, if there's anything off, not part of it, we just deleted it. I didn't see anything, but all right. Save. There's our rock wall. And if we look at it with the default textures for both, there we go. Bring it brighter. Feels like a good wall to me. I like it. Let's come down to here, and I think we're going to put our dungeon entrance like right here. So let's put a person there too so we can check our scale. Modifier, generate a new human. Cool. Blaine, There you are, dude. Okay, so we still got a hole there, but we're going to probably just cover that up anyway. Okay. So we want a space, we want an entrance, and we want it to be, we don't want it to look like they built it. So let's see. Mesh, cylinder, vertices, 7. 7 could be interesting. Radius of 4. 4 seems good for this. Depth of 25. Nah, it doesn't need that deep. Let's just go 10. Try that. Okay. RX 90. Something like that. Go with local. Like there. That could be good. We will need to fill this hole in. Or put something in front of it, but come on. One, 2, whatever. Fill. Nah, being weird. I would just put that in front of it. I don't care. Or just bring our ground up. Let's just bring her, or bring it down. Yeah, let's bring it down. Sculpt mode. Piss off. There we go. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Save again. So this is the entrance to our tunnel, as it were. Let's just start looking at it. First off, let's tab. Let's give ourselves R. That looks like, yes. There's no point that extends beyond that. So that's going to be our visible section. Even that's just up there. All right, 3. We're going to inset it like that far, and E. Down like that. And before we do that, let's just do another thing too. Shift D, P section, grab it. Just grab the new one. Yep. Tab 2, fill, and fill, and that, and then this, and control minus. And you're being a bitch again. Booleans. Let's see. Try exact. Try hole tolerant. Self intersection. Probably not. Let's see. Sometimes it works. I always like to do it the real way first, so I'll try that. And then there's kind of a, if it does what I expect, if I change it to a union, I think it'll actually work on fast. But I like to try to do it the real way first. Let's take it forever. Come on. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, it did work. No, it worked. Cool. Good. Apply all. So now we have our hole cut into our ground. We can see our tunnel. Then we can do more with our tunnel if we want to. I haven't decided if I'm going to give it doors or not. Because right now it obviously has a back wall, which we're going to have to figure out. Either it's going to just be dark and we won't need to worry about it, or we'll have to put like a door or something. But come on, apply. Takes it a minute sometimes. Okay, applied. Doing well. Excellent. Let's grab this object again now. We can get rid of our cutter. Yeah, well, but let's keep it just to make sure. 3. I want to give ourselves a little bit more room here, cool stuff-wise. So extrude faces along normals. Out. Into like that. That's kind of cool. Let's do that. Just like those. And Shift Q, settings, turn off dynamic scale on that. Now, I want to try getting some triangles on this thing. Morning, Michael. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Utility, plate insets. There's a way to get triangles, right? Or is there a way to go to the other one for that? Auxiliary, triangulate, yes. 50%, subdivide 6. Dig a hole. That's right. Have not heard that in a couple of months. Okay. Depth max, we want to just punch it to like that. Give us something funky. Okay. Yes. Do we want to mirror it? Could try. Yeah, mirroring's kind of cool. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I didn't do much yesterday, but the weekend was good. Good morning. We ended up going out to Vancouver Island to a friend's house that was hosting a medieval themed feast party. So that was fun. Got to get dressed up. I'm going to undo. Go back. There we go. Now mirror it. Now. Something like this. Yeah. F9. I might even want more triangulations. Triangulate 85%. And cool. Yeah, I like that. Margins. Oh yeah, I'm a former CA member too from high school. So it's been 30 years, but more than. But yes. Yeah, there we go. That's cool looking. I mean, they roasted a whole pig. It wasn't bad, you know. Interesting getting a hole there. But we can fix it. That's kind of neat. depth. Let's cut it down to like 0.5. And we could cut our reverse in so it only goes out, but I'm okay with it. And I think, I don't know, let everyone else speak themselves. I'm doing good though. Kind of recovered from my weekend after yesterday doing nothing. Feeling good about it. Apply all. Let's take a look. Weird, but okay. Oh, I know why. Let's just fill that. There we go. Okay. And sharpen it. Yeah, there we go. So there's that outer ring. And then an inner ring. Everything but the base. Shift-G, coplanar. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll go with the same principle in sets. We're going to cut our reverse mark to just 10%. We're going to cut our depth maximum to 0.1. So it's not going in, and it's just kind of staying like that. And it's not mirrored anymore, but that's fine too. And we're definitely giving it a techie vibe now, which we could do some stuff too. But that's all right so far. I definitely do think I want to pull it in a little further, which means we're going to edit this. X faces. Yep. And then we may even need to go more, but you know, I can just delete all those now. I don't need any of these back faces. Don't need this back face crap. Okay, so even make it easier on us. Let's just line it up so we can get it right. Z, B, X versus. Cool. Now back to this, tab 3, E, and we'll extend it out further. And we'll do the same thing again on this too. Oh, I gotta go delete that. Okay. Tab, Shift Q, utility, plate insets again. Sure. That's what I would do. Excuse me. And use, for trees, try to use alpha trees instead of full trees. If you're just making a scene, particularly for the background stuff, there are, just get a picture of a tree on a transparent background and use that and scatter that instead of real trees. It will make your life much easier. There are some, if you use Geoscatter, there's a kit that's already like that. That's very helpful. Oh, I didn't necessarily want to do the ground. Oh, well, I did do the ground. It's fine. Okay. That's not bad, though. Kind of digging on that. Okay. I think I want to push this back so we see the whole thing, or bring this forward. I think we want to bring it forward so we see the whole thing, which means I need to fix that now too, but that's fine. Let's take those, sure. Plate and sets back up to like depth of 1 even. Yeah. Cool. I like that. Nice tunnel there. I don't mind the ground sort of coming in here. Maybe this back here will fix a little bit. Is that the ground? Yeah, that's even just the ground. Cool. Sculpt mode. Bring that down. We could even just delete it if we wanted to. Let's actually do that. We don't need any of this here, and it will save us space to get rid of it. So let's just get rid of it if we can. We're not going to be like super careful about it, but so make sure we don't go to the front, which we did. See? Don't need any of that. Okay. Save again. Yeah, trees. Well, because each tree, a regular tree is like, 40,000 polys versus, 1 for a plane. That's what I would do. Um, and if it's in the distance, you don't need to get close to them anyway. Just make sure the lighting's kind of neutral on your planes. You can, what I would do, make your own, right? Just render a tree against a transparent background, baking the lighting that you want to have into it, and then use that. Okay. Alrighty. So this is going to be our exit from the respawn area, or one of the two. I think the tunnel goes back far enough now that we're okay. Could give it a material now, just to see what it looks like. Let's try it. I think I'm going to try something from here that I made long ago. Rock and grass. Add material. Let's see. See what it looks like. Well, definitely needs to be UV, doesn't it? AU. I don't think it's going to work, but no, it's not what I want. I want dirt. This was what I wanted. Yeah, that was what I wanted. That does look good. I think that'll work pretty much exactly the way I wanted it to. Okay, save. I actually like this terrain on this texture on this rock cliff. Where I was on Vancouver Island this weekend, I went to this park for a little walk on Sunday morning, and there was like these cliffs with stuff like this growing out of them, and I thought it was really cool looking. Maybe try that as our next thing to play with. I'm going to grab this cliff and geoscatter. Yeah, it's good. We've definitely hit that. I feel like the initial read is looking cool, so I'm pleased with that. Now we can kind of take it someplace. I hope. Open to biomes. What do we want to give it? I'm gonna just go with. I don't know which is a good biome mix. I'm gonna do this one, 6. $7 million. I know, it's just insane. Okay, go away. We're gonna have to do some tweaking. Okay. So there's a lot of different ones too. It's a pain. We don't need any branches. We're gonna get rid of those first off. We don't need any leaves. We can get rid of them next. Pywort large. So that's better. Okay. Let's just kill. Pywort large. Abiotic. Slope. I want them on a flat top part, basically. That's what I'm going to try doing. both of these. Let's just try turning them on again. Gives us a lot at the very top, which we don't need. In fact, we want to get rid of the top. Is there a way to do height on this one? Let's see. I always forget what I can do. Well, I can just vertex group it, I suppose. Right? Yeah. That'd be the easiest thing. Shift-G, coplanar. Select similar, threshold of 1. Plus. Grab a few more. Shift-G, coplanar. Not that much. Threshold, 0.25. Still too much. No. 0.1. I grabbed something off the wrong side, didn't I? Yeah, I did. All right, fine. Doing it this way then. Alt-Z, B. We're not going to look up this height anyway, probably. We'll just do it that way. And even just actually come back in now and rid of that. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe not the most efficient way, but it'll work. You've probably all gathered by now that that tends to be my MO. Does it work? Great. Go. Assign. Cool. Now we can take this vertex group and get rid of that. And now nothing on top. Yeah, a little bit where I messed up, but that's fine. I think if it was a bit more of a slope, let's go slope maximum of 25. Yeah, that gives us more, maybe even 35. Got so much sharpness here, we can kind of go with that. Yeah, 35 is good. Same with this one. $35. Okay, so we got some plantages growing on the side there, which I think is just going to help make us feel better. Then our moss, I'll kill it while I come back to it. Species 1, slope. I'm going to allow the moss to have a maximum of up to 60, and we will allow it to go upside down. We'll try this one too the same way. And I guess one at a time. Save. On. Yeah, that's cool. That looks good. Let's just turn them all on, see how we feel. I feel like that's going to be all right for us. Might be a bit much, but we'll let it go for right now. Certainly going to do it as a starting point. Let's kill geoscatter too. Come on. Good. Actually, almost like it better without it, but we'll see. like the darkness on it. I might even adjust the coloring on it. There's stuff we can do. Anyway. Geoscatter. Select the ground now. We'll get it out of the way while we're here. Not really going to worry about it being overhung by the cliff. So let's just go with it. Ground, biome scatter, open the biomes. And we were using Wasteland 7. Is that what we were using last time? I think so. Oh, these are the alpha trees I was telling you. I was talking about. Yeah, fine. So like these are just, it's a kit if you have geoscatter that works great for that kind of thing. Okay, so ground. Should be good. We don't need to do much to it, but let's see. Rocks. Did I turn it off on the other one? Let's make sure we did. Nope. Kill that. Yeah, there's rocks. That looks cool. Low, thin. Yeah. That's feeling pretty all right to me. I think maybe to unify it. Let's try, I'm just going to turn off geoscatter again. And go grab a cliff. We're going to select this one and copy selected system. And come over to our ground again and paste the system. Paste systems. And we're going to grab those 4. I think and move them. Well, we don't really need to move them. Yeah, there's no real need to do that right now anyway. Okay, and let's say here, I'm going to move this, new collection, cliff. And then we can say proximity, repel, cliff, reverse the density. Let's try 0.5, see how we feel about it. And turn off everything but the rocks. Turn on the pywort. On. That's going to give us just a little bit right there around the edges that'll tie up into that, which I think is cool. Here, let's go a little bit further distance too, so it's a little more obvious. Cool. Let's keep doing that. I do not, but there's many out there. Honestly, just the ocean add-on that comes default in Blender is pretty good for that. I've used it many times. Cliff, reverse 1. Mm, 0.5. And Blechnum. I'll take that to 2 even. Thanks, Patrick. Slideshow was fun. I accidentally used one of Unquiet's songs, so I mentioned it, but it's 4950 is where it starts. It's not mine, but I thought the whole thing turned out pretty cool. Don't want to steal somebody else's stuff, though. He was cool about it and let me put it in, let me leave it in without having to take the whole video down. But, oh, I didn't reverse, did I? Yeah, that last one didn't get reversed. I made a slideshow for anyone who doesn't know yesterday of about 400 of my images from the project from last fall, and used the music I've been working on as my other side project. And it's about an hour long, so it's sort of a slideshow with music. And it was fun to do. That looks awesome. I'm definitely into that. I want to take these four now because they have that already in them. Oh, I can turn it off too. Don't need to see it to do it. Copy selected systems. And we're going to move this, new collection, tunnel. I don't think we need to worry about it, but I want to do it anyway. We don't need to do it for this, but select this object and then paste the systems. Cool. Now, turn these ones on. They should still have that repel the cliff. They do. On, and we should have something near the cliff. Yes. Grows up on our thing. Extra badass. Well, it's not growing up there, but that's fine too. It still looks pretty cool. I love these kind of border plant things, and they do a ton to really help your realism, so they're fun. We don't need to see it right now, I don't think. Just turn these off. Cool. So we've got that going on for us now. Now I want to put a building of some kind, and I need to be fairly close because I don't want to have to see up too high on this thing. And not terribly tall. Put it like right here. That seems good. I'm going to open up a new Blender. And we'll start building in the meantime. Another housecraft thing, I think. Shift A, mesh, cube, size of 2.5. Okay. Tab. E5. One more. Cool. This might just be our foundation too, but in fact, we'll take that up to here. We won't make it our foundation, but we will give it a foundation, same as before. Okay, tab. And then I think, actually, get rid of that right now, because I want to take this to vertical more. That looks like a good angle, sure. Bring it back. Now, I've got my other blender, yep. Open. Housecraft. Cool, grab this. Copy objects. Come back over here into collection. Keep it out of our way. Paste, tab. and paste. Right, good deal. Get that the heck out of our way. This and this. Copy modifiers. Take a look. Cool. And go back over to here. No random windows, no random lamps, no random chimneys. Great. All right, edit mode, right. And turn original only. Let's see, 3. I'm actually going to delete these faces. Come on. I'm going to fill that. I'm going to fill that. And I'm going to fill that. And then I'm going to make, let's see what that looks like now. Fill didn't work, did it? Should have. New material. What's that line going through there? All right, let's look and see. Oh, because I don't have one there. Okay. Oh, no, wait. 3. Shift hide. Give it back to me. Oh, weird. That's a weird. Okay, that did some weird things. Let's just get rid of that face. X, face. X, edge. Did some strange shit. What's it do this way? Yeah, not that one. This one, and this one, and this one. Control E. Bridge edge loops. There we go. AM distance. Good. No extra vertices. That's okay. There we go. Now we're better. Yeah, it is. No questions there. Okay, so materials on this now. Let me get a new one. And let's see, 3, this one, and this one. Yeah, we want to go with ID awning, right? Yeah. Let's see what that does. I assigned it, right? No, I didn't. We're still getting that bullshit vertical thing. And we can try Shift N inside. No, it doesn't fix it. I don't know why it does this. Sometimes and not all the time. I haven't figured it out yet. It's annoying. On this one, though, kind of okay with it. Well, let's see. I will say the geometry ones, when they work, they're freaking awesome. Sometimes, you know. Let's just get rid of this face. I am liking that. And make those windows, maybe. Let's try. Window. And door. And maybe another window. See what we got. Okay, yeah, I can live with that, I think. And another window, I suppose. Maybe another window there and there. Now, I'm not sure about the roof. I kind of like the thatched roof from the other ones. This is faster, so we could just leave it this if we cared. Let's leave the roof for right now. But I do definitely want to give it that, what you call it? Foundation. I like my foundation. So, G coplanar. Shift D, P section. Kill it. Grab this. Kill housecraft. E, or tab, A, E, down. And I think we need to fix the normals on it. Nope, they're right. That's off, but, you know. Let's shift in. There we go. Fix those. This object here, cool. Let's go grab our ruin, because that works really well for this, actually. And it's geogen ruin. Yeah. Cool. Drag this out of the way. Give us more room. And bring this back to see what the heck we've got. And this, we can say stone distance of 1 brings it way down in. Yeah. Stone density of 2, way down. Cool. That's better. We don't need to demolish. We don't need ivy, particularly not hanging ivy. That looks all right. Then bring this guy up just a bit. And that's just a fun kind of. Could actually make it go out a little bit, and that might be fun too. Okay, 3. Let's grab these. Not the interfaces, but these. All the normals. Oh, just a bit. And we actually don't need any of those faces, do we? Let's try without it. Cool. Yeah, that looks cool. What is it called? What am I using? Clean panels. And it is really good. I really like it. Because I was going a little crazy before that. Let's go grab. Let's see where we at. Looking for some stairs. Something simple we can use. I could just make my own something else too, or just make my own in general, but let's just pull these in. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll work. RZ90, RZ minus 90, no matter what, always do it wrong. Cool. I'm just going to tweak this ground here. Sculpt mode. Bring it up. Okay, so stairs are all covered. There's nothing not sticking out. There we go. Object mode. Okay. Now, we're doing good. We're going to do the same thing that we do a lot, actually. I don't mind it going into the side here. That actually seems okay. Maybe I'll bring it down a little bit. I was thinking about the ground, but I don't mind it being built into the side of the cliff, or the hill. There's not a cliff. But let's bring it down. Yeah, that's cool. That feels neater. Nothing floating. That looks like it's floating. There we go. That's better. Nothing will kill the realism of your scene more than your ground floating. Got a bit of float there, I think, too. Unfortunately, because this is all wonked out and weird, we don't need to worry too much about it. I can turn off face orientation and see if I can see it better. Yes, I can. There we go. So look underneath, make sure it doesn't poke through anywhere. If it does, you got a problem. That's better. All right, save. Object mode. I'll take this and this. New collection, foundation. Create. And then this. New collection, structure. In case you want more. Okay. Now we got just got it turned off. Good. Because we're going to scatter a bit more on the ground. I'm going to open a biome. Get ourselves some grass. Grass 10. Yes, it's big. We know. Fine. Exit. And we want it to be pattern, proximity, repel, foundation, invert, minimum of 0.2, grass wild and dry, repel, foundation, 0.2, and weed, foundation, 0.2, and the whole thing upward obstruct on structures. Turn it on. I'll leave those other ones on for right now. Save. Let's see what we get. We should have some plants, yep, growing around there. Maybe I don't even need the upward obstruction. It's not really that big. Let's get rid of it. That'll let it go back through in here. I could upward obstruct on foundation. And that should keep it off the stairs, though. Yeah, that's better. Get that nice ring going around. Weeds. Let's let them go out a little bit more. Minimum of 1. Oh, did I go the other? Did I not get the weeds? Okay. The weeds going the wrong way. There we go. That's better. It's like what? A wild dry. We can also maybe go to like 1. Yeah, and a transition of 2. So we'll just let it kind of even go out around the house like that. Is that too much? That could be okay. Make a minimum of 0.1 so it starts to fade out pretty fast. Yeah, there we go. Save. Okay. So we got our wayhouse / store there. I'm going to keep doing some more with that. Maybe we'll go with a market kind of vibe. Add some things to it. I'm going to turn off geoscatter entirely now. And barrels. I'll put them in here. And bump bar, straighten it up. Cool. See if we can get 2 in there. I think we can. For sure. Okay. Just grab them both. They're both sticking to the ground a bit, and that's fine. Maybe I'll even flatten my ground down a little bit. Flatten the ground there. Pull it down just a bit. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Those don't really need to be part of foundation. It's fine. I thought about it, but I think we're all right. Then what else do we want to put in here? Kind of want just like some stuff. Put a tub. And can bring it down. Grab a ground. We do a fair amount of refixing our ground, in case you haven't noticed. I don't think anyone's going to really look inside of our tub, so I don't care if it has. No, it's fine too. There we go. Tub is there. I like it. These are from the very old Kitbash 3D Medieval Market kit, by the way, if anyone was curious. Which we could put like an actual market here too, which might be neat. Maybe let's do that as well. So sort of off to the side here. You know what I'm going to do? Tab, I'm going to grab this. Grab all of that. Proportional on. Distance of like 2 SZ, and let's straighten it out. Okay, so we flattened all that down. Now sculpt it, and we'll smooth it down around it. Okay. And then we can put a market stall of some kind. Like a tent, maybe? Let's try. Which one do we want to use? There are bunches. Here's just like a building that's got everything entirely built into it. We'll look and see. Did it add? No. Come on. I think that might be too much for me, but I'll check it. See, where did it go? Are we in collection? Oh, God damn it, we are in collection. I don't want any of this stuff to be in collection. Scene collection, get out. It's all base stuff, cool. Because I want to be able to turn this off and not lose anything. Okay. See if this is too much. I think it will be. Yeah, that's too much. I don't want to use that. Go bye-bye. But let's do a smaller one. Let's just do this like right here. Come on. Where are you? That feels better to me. I think that's a better size. Yeah, all right. So essentially this guy lives here and sells stuff to people coming in and out of the hole. That's our plan. That's what we're going with. And looks like it's kind of maybe even reversed. Or there. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah. Take a look. It seems pretty cool. I like that so far. Just taking a look for something else, see if there's anything else we want. Some cool props. This is from another Kit Bash kit. This is the Medieval Siege I'm looking at now. I kind of like this broken wagon though. Let's bring that in. Throw that in the background somewhere. This guy got here and he's not going anywhere else afterward kind of vibe. And again, we're going to need to probably tweak the ground. It's going to be easier. Okay. So it's just slightly embedded in the ground, which is how we want it. Like that. Okay. And that one, I think I will move to foundation. which will have plants now growing around it. So we turn on geoscatter. Yeah, you get shit growing around that, which is fun. We could do this too. Let's just see, foundation. Yeah, all right. I can deal with that. We don't want to get too far because we can't look at it this way. So we're going to have to look at it kind of from here. Just by the way, we've set up our set build. That's all right. A little bit of weirdness going on there, but I don't think we can see it, right? Let's see. It's got like a seam that I'm not super fond of, but whatever. No, I can't see anything. It's fine. Only need to fix things if it's broken. If you could see it's broken. Cool. And then let's bring a cooking pot, cooking fire to like here. Mm-hmm. And let's see if we can just fix the ground. SZ. No. Individual origin. SZ. There we go. Okay, cool. Fix that. Nice. With the hanging pot. Yeah, why not? Line it up. Mm-hmm. Cool. Take a look, see where we're at. Nice. Let's turn geoscatter back on, make sure we didn't get any weird rocks like right in our fire pit as we changed our ground around. Now we look like we're okay. We might have grass and shit there though. Let's actually just do this. New collection. Obstructions. And on ground. And wasteland. Let's just make sure that we have, yeah, we'll just turn it off first. Okay, wasteland, upward obstruction, obstructions. I could have done it as a vertex group, but this way now if I add any more, it'll still work. Mm-hmm. Good deal. And there's our grass. It's looking good. Just gonna turn these on now and see what we got. A bit too much on the grass. turn this one off. What does it do? It's not that one. So it's the wild dry. It's kind of everywhere. It's a bit green for our other stuff. So we have a choice. We could get rid of it. We could integrate it, or we could cut it down. Have less of it. Let's see what it feels like. Let's just get a lot less of it. Although I do think it's cool, but I'll dry. Distribution, where are we at now? 49, take it to 5. Yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah, that is better. We've still got some scrubby grass growing up around stuff, which feels right, but it's no longer like everywhere in your face. I'm leaving the roof for right now because I'm lazy, but we might change it. Let's see. Is that a weird... I'm trying to tell if that's a... No, it's just the light. I was like, is that a weird normals thing? But no, it's just the light. Cool. It might be a weird normals thing, but let's see. No. Because that you'd feel like that shouldn't be doing that if this isn't doing that. Okay, that is definitely a weird thing. Let's see what our UV is looking like. Well, this should all be the same. Let's see what our texture, what our shading's looking like. Because something tain't right. Oh, well, I know what it is. Maybe. There's all kinds of weird. Okay, which one's going to normal? Okay, yes. Normal should not be sRGB. It should be non-color. Let's see if that fixes it. Should fix it. Yep, that fixed it. Non-color, folks. And rope. Could do the same thing, but non-color. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't mess with you too much. Sometimes it does. I like it. I think it's coming together nicely. Save. Let's give ourselves a sky now. Not really going to see the sky too much on this one, I don't think, because we're going to be blocked by other stuff. So we're just kind of looking for a neat color and time of day to think about too. See what 68 has. I don't know. For a very Simon Stollenhog, and just make it like blue. 1100. Let's see what it does. It's going to be dark, probably. It's dark, yes. Photographer, exposure, 5. It's kind of a neat looking color, though. I like it. It's like that, you know. dawn, near dawn, dark blue. Digging it. Let's do it. Now, do we want to build more funkiness into this? Do we want any structures, more platforms, any of that kind of stuff, or keep it kind of low stated and understated here? I think we're going to keep it understated. We may put that dude, to be clear, this dude into the scene. I kind of wanted him to be the guy selling stuff, but I have to get him to work, and that means I have to take him back into Blender 4.3, which is annoying. So probably going to happen, not going to happen in stream. Twitter guy. Let's just find ourselves a cool camera angle that we like. As a starting point. Photographer. There. Lens is the anamorphic, but let's go to 35. Resolution wide. And I'm just going to take this all the way up to 100 now. I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to like right. That's as far as we can go. Something like that. It's not bad. We turn on geoscatter. I like it on the ground. We can turn on for these things too, although we don't need to. But let's turn on for the wall, because we weren't sure about the wall before. We know we liked it on that thing. On this. Turn it on. I think it might read better now that we've got all the other stuff in there too. That's my hope. Yeah, it does. I feel like it does. Kind of into it. I think we're doing all right. So that's our scene. I need to fix the guy to put onto him. I'll do that afterward. But other than that, I think we're pretty good. I like our tunnel. I like all the fiddly bits we've done with the scattering. I think it reads well. Yeah. I guess it'd be 9 o'clock. I'll stop here. See what we made it actually fairly close to on time today. Finish one up. I'll post it up onto the socials. And then tomorrow we'll probably do the bridge, which is the other entrance and exit to this area. That should be fun too. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I appreciate it, as always. And hopefully I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, folks. Bye.